kind of you to come here again and be there to direct us. And we had already talked about discipline in one video that was not saved. So let us again. You can again repeat that those words because repetition is also a very required thing also for us.
Yes, discipline, for example, like that, which is a word which is not very used right now. It's not a word which is famous in that way, which everyone speaks about or people talk about. It's a word which is unwanted. People don't like this word. Okay, if you ask young people, even anyone, no one likes discipline, right? No one likes the word discipline. Okay, so it is one of those words which is seldom used, rarely used in nowadays. Now, even that word from a Vedic point of view, okay, has a different meaning, than what is understood right now. Earlier in the Vedic times, rishis had disciples. Okay, they called shishyas in Sanskrit, disciples. Now the disciple word comes from discipline only. Okay, they cannot be disciple without discipline, right? It is the core root of the word disciple, discipline. Okay, now there are two kinds of discipline. Even discipline is not the same thing. Like for example, right now, if someone wants to has some wanting, a desire in this world, and they want to achieve something in this world, okay, then they need what? Discipline, right? In order to achieve whatever they want. So then they will work hard, do whatever is required to get whatever they want in this world, right? As per their wanting. Okay, so that is one kind of discipline. Okay, there's a second kind of discipline which is different from the first kind. The second kind of discipline comes into play when you want to get out of cycle of birth and death. If you want to get out of this world, okay, and you don't want to take birth again, you don't want to be stuck in this cycle of birth and death. So the discipline which is required to achieve this goal is a very different discipline. Okay. Okay, so we have to understand the difference between two disciplines. Okay, one, to achieve things within this world. Second, to achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death, or getting exit out of this world. Okay, so there are two things. What the difference is that in the first one, you can still go by your own self. Okay, you'll do the work, you decide what you have to do, you do as you want to do, you go as per yourself in the first one, where you are trying to achieve something in this world. Okay, but when you want to get out of the cycle of birth and death, then the discipline which is required is different, because you have to go not by yourself but by higher and divine. Okay, so then you will have to go as per higher and divine. Okay, so that is a totally different discipline which is required, and most people find the second discipline tougher, to go by what someone else is saying. Okay, you have to act according to that. So that's why when Arjun, from the Vedic stories, like Vedic texts, that Arjun and Krishna, everyone knows about that story mostly, especially in Nepal and where you are calling me from. So Arjun did what Krishna asked him to do. Like, okay, Arjun did not go by his own thought or own will. Okay, it was not Arjun's ambition to win the war or to get the kingdom, anything. It was not his own ambition. Okay, so whatever he did in the war, he did because Krishna told him to do that. So it takes more discipline to do that when you don't want something. Okay, and you still do the thing. Okay, that's what Arjun did. Okay, so that is the discipline, which takes you out of the cycle of birth and death, where you go as per higher and divine will, not your own will. Okay, those who go by their own will can different times find that they can achieve things on this plane, on this level, in this world. They can achieve things by hard work and discipline. Okay, but that is a different kind of discipline. The discipline which is required to get out of this world, this cycle of birth and death, okay, is a different discipline. And that requires sublimation of yourself, of your ego, to higher and divine. It requires alignment of your own will with the divine will. Okay, so that is a much more harder discipline, but it is more rewarding. Okay, so more rewarding in the sense because the reality is that most beings do not know what to do out here. They don't have the navigation to know what action to do, what is the correct action on this plane. Okay, so if some higher being like a rishi used to tell, they tell this is what you should do, then doing that takes away a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos, a lot of anxiety from you, because then you don't have to be anxious. Okay, what should I do? What should I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay, so it is nice in that way. It's helpful. It's easy in that way. But still, most people find it difficult because most people are not wanting to give away their own navigation. Okay, they want to be in charge of what they do. Okay, they don't want higher and divine to be in charge of that. Okay, so that's why this discipline appears tougher to people of right now. In Vedic times, the disciples who were disciples of shishas, of rishis and stuff, they found it very easy to do that because they had reached that point where they understood that this being knows more than me. So they know what is better and what is right and what will be the best thing, and to go according to that. And then they used to go according to that, and in a disciplined manner. Like when you do something, you do something fully and properly. You don't cut corners. You do everything as it is meant to be done. Okay, so this is an intro about discipline in these times. So youth has to decide whether it wants to learn what to do, and then apply it. That application is discipline. Okay, and that's why discipline is such an important thing in discipleship. So a lot of people want to be disciples, but they don't want to do the discipline. Okay, so but there is no disciple without discipline, and without discipline you can't achieve any kind of goal, right? Whether in this world or getting out of this world. Okay, so that is an important thing, and the quicker anybody understands this and faces this fact, the easier their journey can start. The quicker their journey can begin.
And about different types of discipline, like for our body, mind, and soul. So, can you describe more about that also? What kind of?
See, discipline of the body, okay, is the only discipline on this plane. I've explained many times before that once you control the body, okay, mind will automatically get controlled, and through that you will do the right action then as per higher and divine. For doing action on this body, you need discipline over this body, right? What else do you need? You need only discipline over this body. Okay, so do the right action, do centering. I've told centering, whether you're grounding, centering, repeating pure principles from the mouth or praises from the mouth. All of that comes under physical discipline, right? Because on this plane you have a physical body. Okay, so all discipline will become physical. Mental will automatically align with the physical. Okay, and through the right action your spirit will grow. So discipline is only physical on the physical plane where we are right now. Okay, it's purely physical. So, and even that discipline, what discipline to do in the physical, has to be told by some higher being. Otherwise, beings would not know what to do. Some beings will think going to gym is a discipline. Okay, they are lifting weights and doing that things, then that is some discipline. Okay, but that is not discipline of the body. That is torturing the body. Okay, so how to use the physical body first has to be learned from some higher being and then applied. And that application every day is discipline. So discipline is always physical. Yes. The word discipline, root in English,
Yes, root, yes.
which comes from die means diverse, many.
Diverse.
Okay. Sai is cutting. Okay.
Yeah.
Cutting, like scissors cutting.
Yes.
Many cuttings of pline. Okay. P lines. Okay. So P means like a fractal. Okay. Okay. And it has many, branches.
Branches.
And lines, and branches has lines, like you have branches of trees behind you, then each one is a line, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So all these lines, and then making sure that all of those cuttings are right, which means all of your actions fall within the fractal, within the divine will fractal. So that's what discipline finally is, that you do every action, which is each action is a line, okay, yes, within the divine fractal, which means as per the divine will. You don't act by your own will or own that thing. Then you might go by the divine will, that line, or you might go on another line. Okay. And if you create another line, that discipline will be gone. Okay. So when you have to follow those exact pathways laid on the deck. So that's what discipline actually means. Like that perfect harmonization with the lines which are created by divine already. They are P lines, and it's a diverse branching. It has so much, that thing, it's so complicated, the whole thing, that you cannot even like imagine it, the pathways and that things. So just aligning with that fully in every action. So it's called discipline.